Stadium in Boise, Idaho. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. Obviously, it's every team's plan to run the ball each and every game, but today he challenged his offensive line to help his running back get the record. They know that he's been so productive in his career, and today he has an opportunity to get the rushing touchdown record. So in the red zone, I will be shocked if they don't get this guy the ball. They all want him to receive the rock because he has meant so much to this team and to this program. Expect that to be a big focal point of the running game today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aztecs offense will get first crack at it today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive, get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
The Broncos offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we get a look at Maddox Madsen. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Pulls it, fired complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Sutton. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand.
Oh, it's a highlight-type catch. Big throw down the field, and how about my guy going up and stabbing it with one hand? That was beautiful.
And the Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option. Powers through the defender. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Here he comes with the return. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Offense in a split backfield. Run inside. It's Sutton. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it down the left side. Off to the races. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on. Gonna run it. It's Riley. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Let's talk for a second about Boise State. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and fires complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Broncos go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. There's a crease. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I'll tell you what, Palmer, offensive coordinators, they script these things, right? And they get with you, and what do you like? What do you want to run? So far, the script is perfect. Like everything going off as they wanted to. This is about as good a start for an offense as you can draw up.
And it's crazy, David, because when you have skilled players like they have on offense and guys that are so dangerous with the football in their hands, you almost feel as a play caller like anything I dial up is going to work. And you're seeing that early in this game. Balance, throwing, a beautiful run right there, everything working right now and going according to plan.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sutton. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most.
Going for it all. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Aztecs line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see.
Maybe some room here. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Across the 45. Found a seam on the left. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Fires to the big fella. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Unloads quickly. Breaks into the open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Riley. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. And the Broncos line it up with a 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
What a the day, his third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it back looking for help. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sutton. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Now on second down. On the option. Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. They'll run the option. Finding some room. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Sutton. Hard running there. Got enough for the first. Crosses the... Oh, the ball's out after that big play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Sutton. Oh, what a cut! He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Aztecs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch?
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So a drive there of 85 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. Under fire, trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Aztecs moving quickly to the line. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Spins away from the defender. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Aztecs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Run in the red zone. It's Sutton. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to Washington. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock. But more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Aztecs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Aztecs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, the vibe down here on the Boise State sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now. See if they can continue.
Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. They've got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
On the move, it's Riley. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Aztecs call their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game.
Open space in the middle. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's busted. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now San Diego State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Working that left side now. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He's in open space downfield. Got enough for the first. There he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's loose. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Timeout taken by Boise State. Second time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off play action. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this offense has been having its way all day long with this defense, but finally the defense creates a negative play. Let's see if that now gives them a little more confidence to get back in this game.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. Pulled down for the tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it to keep this drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Broncos are rolling down the field. He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The run inside. It's Riley. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. They'll try the right side. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Boston. Strong, firm tackle. And the Aztecs want to crank the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Hands it off on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the Broncos need to pick it up on 4th down. Quick release on the RPO. Makes the catch and he's free. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Boise State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Snatches it on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Boise State ready to send up that offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Finds his man, it's Bates. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Extending the play. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab deep. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Aztecs call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gaines. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give and tick, 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 tick. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Madsen. Throws to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Running inside, it's Sutton. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Touchdown, Aztecs! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He's looking to throw. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Throwing on the run. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look at him.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads it downfield. Makes a deep grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Gets it back in motion. He's looking to pass. Gets it to the back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. The run inside. It's Gaines. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Trying play action. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics,